back with another art lesson. Get ready. First, a quick reminder. My art lessons are now on YouTube. You can look up Mrs. Blue, Let's Make Some Art. This is my picture on YouTube because there are several Mrs. Blues, so you don't want to get confused. You will find all of my lessons here. So get ready. Second, I will be picking golden paintbrush winners for the projects we are completing. If you send pictures of your completed projects to jlpick@cps.edu, I may pick you to win a golden paintbrush. Super cool. You will win a virtual golden paintbrush award. So I can't wait to see the amazing pictures people are sending in of their projects. Okay, with all of that said, today's project is kind of an optical illusion. We're going to make this optical illusion art. The color looks a little funny on that projector, but it's red and orange and 2 shades of blue. And then this is, of course, me falling into the abyss. So I'm going to teach you step by step how to draw this optical illusion art. For this project, you will need a pencil and an eraser, crayons, and a piece of paper. And that's it. So gather your supplies and let's get ready to start. Okay, let me set this over here. So, piece of paper. Oh, I forgot one item that you will need today. This is actually super important. You will need a ruler today. If you don't have a ruler, sometimes I use a second piece of paper and I just use that paper to trace and to draw the line, which works exactly like a ruler. So if you don't have a ruler, have no fear. You'll be just fine. Okay, so we have our paper. Our paper is facing the long way and not the tall way. So our paper is facing horizontal and not vertical. Let me see if I can make my document camera a bit taller so we can get in the entire paper. Okay, that's a bit better. So step one, we want to kind of eyeball the middle of the paper. It will not matter if it's not perfect. So I'm going to kind of look and I'm going to see here and I'm going to find the middle of my paper and I'm going to put a little dot. Can you see that little dot right there with my pencil? So we want to find the middle of the paper and we want to place a little dot in the center. Then we're going to use our ruler and we're going to draw some lines. I'm going to start by drawing 2 lines on this side of the paper. Both lines will connect to this dot. So the end of our ruler will always be touching this dot. Okay, so again, I'm going to draw 2 lines. So the first line will go here. And do you see how my bottom of my ruler is touching this dot right here? And then my ruler goes off the edge of the page here. So I'm going to draw 1 line like so. And then I'm going to draw a second line. Look at how my ruler is touching this dot, right? And it doesn't matter how big you make it. I kind of try to fill up the middle of the side of the paper. Okay, now let's do 2 lines on this side of the paper. So my ruler is touching the dot, and I am going to draw a line like so. Then my second line, like so. So my lines go off the edge of the paper and I drew 1, 2, 1, 2. Now on the top of the paper, I'm going to draw 4 lines. So 4 lines on the top of the paper. It's a little bit dark in here today. I apologize. Okay, so 2 lines on this side and 2 on this side. Look, my ruler's touching the dot. Very important. The optical illusion won't turn out if you don't continue to have all of your lines touch the center. Okay, now, let me move the ruler here so you can see. I'm going to make another line right here. This one can be a little skinnier than these. Okay, like so. Now, I'm going to draw 2 more over here. 1. And then I'm going to move my ruler over. Oh, look, I'm moving the ruler to touch the center. And 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lines up on that top portion. Now let's draw 4 lines on the bottom. So touching the center, as always, 1, 2, I'm going to draw 2 more. 1, 2, just like that. We don't need to outline them with marker. We can leave them just like that. Okay, now we're going to draw some wavy lines. So think wavy like this, like an up and down curve. Wavy lines around this center point. I'm going to show you what not to do on the back. So let's imagine this is the center. I have all my lines drawn like this. We do not want to draw our wavy lines like this. So here's a nice wavy line. I'm going to talk about more about this in a minute. And then here's my second one. Look how close together this is. This will be so tricky to color. You'll be very sad if you make your lines like this. We want to keep them a little bit further apart. Now, there's a trick to making this look like an optical illusion. We need to go in an up-down motion between the lines. Let me explain. I'm going to get in nice and close so you can see just the center right now. There's the center. Okay, so I'm going to start. Remember, I don't want to start so close right here, so I'm going to skip a little bit of space and start right here. First, I'm going to go down between these 2 lines. And not down a little bit, but I'm going to do a nice curve. Look how I went down from line to line. Now I went down here. Now I need to go up here. So I'm going to go up between those 2 lines. Now I'm going to go down. Now I feel like I keep getting off the screen because I'm turning to draw. Now I'm going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. If it gets confusing, turn the paper and work on the opposite side. Up, down, and now look, I connect with an up. And I connected them together right here, so it makes one line going up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, now, remember on the back how I showed you, we don't want to start right here. That's too close. So let's start right here and go this way. So we want to go just like here. We went down here, so we want to go down. Down. Try to keep, about the same distance here. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. And again, I have to pay attention. I don't want to get too close together here. Down. Up. Down. Up. And connect. And connect it right here. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out so we can see the entire paper so I could keep going. Okay, now I'm just going to continue starting here since that's what we're used to. I'm going to skip a little space and I'm going to continue. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'll stop saying that because I'm probably annoying your ears to death. I think you get the method. All right, and I'm going to go all the way till I get to the edge. So here we go. Now what way do I go here? Look, this one goes down. down. Okay, I'm making them a little wider here and a little skinnier here, but it'll just look like even more of an optical illusion. All right. I still have not touched the edge of my paper yet. So on the next go around, I'm going to talk to you, I about did right there, about what happens when you get to the edge, because it's a bit tricky. Okay, now watch what happens when I get to the edge. I can see right here, look how close this is to the edge. So something tricky is going to happen when I get over to that side. So I'm going to go down, up, down, and now look, we imagine the bit, our pencil goes off the paper here, that the paper continues. And I go up and down. And I continue around. I don't ever try to squeeze in some skinny lines here. We don't want to do that. Okay, I just have a few more left. You probably only have a few more left as well. Look, went off the page there, but I bet it comes back down here, because it has to connect right here. Okay, let's see. There's still some space over on this side, so I don't want to get too impatient and stop too soon. It looks like I can fit a down shape here, and this curve right here, and then continue here. Down, up. Can you see that side of the paper? Sorry. Down. And then I'm just gonna, this side is full, right? This side of the paper is full. So I'm just gonna continue right here. Oh, that spacing was awful. I'm sure yours looks way better than mine. And other than one more line right here, I think that's about full. Let's see if I can get all the way up so you can see the whole paper. There we go. Okay, now I want you to choose, we're done with pencil and eraser. I want you to choose 1, 2 crayons to start with. Any 2 colors you want. I'm going to choose these 2 colors. So only 2, not 4. Only choose 2 colors. My husband's outside hammering, pounding, and sawing, like he's almost always doing, building something miraculous. Okay, so 2 crayons is all you need. We are going to color every other space. So if you want to think of it like this, you can. Maybe we're going to color all the down spaces first. All the down spaces. So we're not coloring any of the upward spaces yet, any of the upward arcs, only the downward arcs. And we're coloring every other space, following the same pattern. So if I start with this magenta color first, I need to continue with the magenta on the next one. Watch what I mean. It's confusing to explain. So I'm going to color this down section first. I'm going to color here with magenta. And I'm going to work this way. Now I'm going to skip one. And I'm going to color this space. And now I'm going to start, as usual, my sloppy coloring. So I do not waste your time, because I know you guys will do super neat coloring. So imagine I colored this one, because I skip, then skip, And imagine I'm coloring super, super neat. Okay, now I'm going to get my second crayon, which for me is indigo. And I'm going to color in this space, okay. Now I'm skipping all of the upward arcs, so I don't want to color this space right here. I'm skipping to this space, and I started with magenta, so in order to make this optical illusion work, I have to start with magenta again. So I'm starting here. Sometimes my students find it helpful to mark so they don't accidentally color one wrong. So I could mark here, I could mark here, then I could color. So that if I make a mistake, all I made was a tiny little dot. And it's so much easier to erase a tiny little dot. Okay, and now my alternating color, the indigo. Okay, now do I color this one? No, good. I don't color this one. I move to this one. Now I'm going to color so fast again so that I don't waste your time. And no, yes. Imagine with your eyes that this looks so beautiful, that I'm not coloring so sloppy. And no, yes. Since I have this magenta crayon out, I'm just going to go ahead and do the next one. No, yes, and this is the last one. And then we are very nearly done with our optical illusion art. That will look super cool if colored properly. Mine looks a little bit wacky. But I can already start to see the optical illusion. Okay, now I am done with these two crayons. But you only want to take two out at a time or you'll confuse your brain. So now I'm going to take out these two crayons. They're two really different colors. I don't want to use anything like pink or purple again because I want these two colors to contrast, to look very different than the first two I used. So it really creates an optical illusion. Okay, so let's go. I'll start with green first. Now this one's easy. Look, I finished coloring everything else. So this one, I can like almost color them all at once because super simple. Green, yellow, green, yellow. Do you see what I'm doing? Pretty cool. So look how I started out with all green, then all yellow, and I'm just filling it in one at a time. And imagine if I had colored like I did on my example. So beautiful. When you color like this, then it looks even better. And look, I printed out just a simple black and white picture of me. I took a picture of me looking like I was falling into the abyss. And I cut it out just black and white. You don't even need a color printer. And I glued it into the center. You could take a picture of your dog and glue it in the center and it would look like your dog is falling into the abyss. Pretty cool. So, I hope you enjoyed this project. I think it's pretty fun. It's an optical illusion. It plays with your eyes and it turns out looking really, really cool. So just follow each step, one step at a time, and email me. Let me show you my email again. Email me pictures of your projects. I love seeing these projects. They're turning out so awesome. Thank you to everyone who is doing art with me while we're at home. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.